This is episode 1555. Welcome to the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I honor you for showing up for yourself. You are doing a good thing for yourself this week as we continue along with our meditation focus, which is all about heart health. Heart health is the number one currently disease killer of both men and women in the United States, where I live, and also in many other westernized countries. And we've explored throughout this entire series a different meditation technique each day to help you with your heart health. Well, today you will be guided as you layer those techniques together into one peaceful meditation. This is the way I meditate. I always include a breathing technique. I usually do a mudra. I focus on an affirmation. I tap into my chakra, and I actually do a couple other techniques that I'll have to share with you another time. But these techniques are so valuable because when you want to meditate, it's pretty difficult to focus immediately, to sit down and boom, you're meditating, because usually you have been going about your day and you're still possibly, very likely, thinking about your day and the conversation you just had with someone, and oh, you're kind of hungry, and what should you eat for lunch today? And a whole host of other thoughts maybe running through your head. So when you sit down to meditate, you're not usually in that place of inner stillness where you let go of the distractions and your thoughts, and you simply become very mindful and focused on stillness. That usually doesn't happen instantly. What usually happens, even with long-time meditators, is they use some techniques to help transition them from a very likely crazy, hectic, busy day to a state of stillness as you meditate. So the techniques help you to calm your mind and body so you can meditate. So these are techniques you'll layer into a meditation today. Now, I always share with you in a Friday's episode. That's what this episode is for, a Friday, although you can listen to the episodes in any order you want. They don't follow a sequence, although they always follow the same theme. Well, your tea, your herb that you might want to reward yourself with for going through this series for your heart health. This is an herb that's noted for heart health, and you want to check with your physician when you take any herb, especially if you take other medications, are nursing, or you're breastfeeding. And this herb is cinnamon. Cinnamon is noted to benefit your health in many ways, especially with your circulatory system, which includes your heart. And it's also thought to lower blood sugar levels, and this is why many people sip cinnamon to lose weight. So when you sip cinnamon, make sure that it comes from Ceylon or Sri Lanka. And if it doesn't, then the type of cinnamon it is comes from a different tree. It's called the cassia, C-A-S-S-I-A, cassia tree. And the cassia tree is mostly grown in China. And this kind of cinnamon tastes pretty much the same. And it's also good for you. But if you ingest it quite often or a lot of it, it can be harmful to your liver. So when you're sipping cinnamon, especially if you do so on a regular basis like I do, then you want to make sure, as I mentioned, that your cinnamon is from Ceylon or Sri Lanka. This cinnamon is not going to harm your liver. And while you are shopping for cinnamon, it's difficult sometimes to note where the cinnamon comes from because they often don't label where it comes from. The cinnamon bottle will say organic cinnamon, but not necessarily where it comes from. So make sure you check it out. So you now have an herb that may benefit you, and you can find the full half-hour guided meditations we offer on our Sip and Om app. SIP, just like you're sipping tea, AND and OM. The Sip and Om meditation app is offered on Apple and the iTunes Store as well as the Google Play Store. So we have both the iOS, Apple, and the Android version for you. These meditations are half-hour in length, but you can break off at whatever point you want. There's a timestamp where the lesson ends and the meditation begins, and you can break off at any point. So if you're in a nice long meditation, it won't suddenly stop because you've selected 10 minutes, let's say. It'll keep going and you can continue it or you can break off from it. You also receive a journal for each week's series. So the journal for this week is the Heart Health Journal. Each journal has a daily reflection question on it. It takes you a little more deeply into the week's series. You also get a guide with all the different meditation techniques offered for you. You have access to over 1,500 guided meditations, so you have a full library to keep you busy, as well as the daily releases that I offer, just like I share the techniques with you here on the podcast. So now let's get you started meditating, and then you can take your meditation from there. Settle yourself down and begin to relax your mind and your body. Notice your breath. Notice as you inhale and exhale through your nose, the cool, refreshing air enters your nose. The air circulates throughout your body, oxygenating it. And as you exhale, release tension. Bring to mind this week's affirmation: all good things come to me. Mentally repeat, all good things come to me. Notice how you feel in your body. Now focus on your breath, and as you inhale, inhale peace. Hold your breath between the pause, between the inhale and exhale, and when it feels right, exhale through your nose, releasing tension. You can do a few more rounds of this breath, or focus on your first chakra located at the base of your spine or your coccyx. You could visualize the color red here, the element of earth, and visualize yourself as a boulder, a rock, a big rock grounded into the earth. And maybe there's a rushing river or stream around you. Visualize the currents of the water swirling around you as this big rock, this boulder, grounded into the earth, just as you are grounded, despite distraction and stress and overwhelm circulating you. What grounds you is you at your core, your values and beliefs. Bring those to mind. Very nice. And if you'd like to do the Rudra Mudra to take you even deeper, touch your thumb to your ring finger and your index finger, and extend your middle finger and your little finger outward. Do this with both hands. Your thumb is touching your ring finger and your index finger. Continue meditating, immersing yourself into the peace of who you are. You are so worth slowing down for.